Hi, so I'm going to be showing you guys very quickly how to make an advanced automatic gearbox with multiple gears. It's pretty simple to do, so I shall throw together the frame for a car. Very quick, just a basic engine. Nothing fancy. If you need, you can pause the video to check what I'm doing, but I'm sure you probably got this far if you just need a gearbox tutorial. There will be quite a few jump cuts, because I am not a very fast builder, so sorry about that. Alright, so we have the frame of the car done. This is all it is. Nothing fancy or special. Just hook these up, like so. Now for the steering, if you haven't made a car before, you might want a function block, just so you can, oh wait no, you won't need this, an inverter block to invert the steering on one side of the car. Otherwise they will just turn into each other and won't steer properly. Let's hook up this hotkey to starter. We need a battery as well, because I'm stupid. Right. Now for the actual gearboxes. Now I'm only going to go with a 3-speed gearbox because you don't need anything particularly perfect. I'm just trying to teach you how to make your own. So 3 regular gears, and then you may want a reverse gear as well. That can be any way round. These can be any. Well, these 3 can't be any way round, but the reverse gearbox can be any way round you want. Want a clutch sticking out of this, which is not great looking, but again, time. Right, so normally you just get a throttle attached to the clutch, but I have a microcontroller called a 10 true false, and all this does is if you put a true signal to it, it sends a 1 value, so I can turn on this clutch, and we'll put that on 2, hotkey 2. Right, the microcontroller, the bit you actually need. Right, so what we need to get, what inputs we need is, we need the drive shaft RPS. This is very important. We do not want to use the engine RPS, because otherwise when you shift up a gear, it'll think the engine RPS jumps right down, and it'll just put you down a gear again, and you'll keep bouncing between gears. So you've got to use the drive shaft RPS. Now, because we're only using 3 gears, all we need 3 outputs, got to be on-offs. Just name them gear 1 to 3. Threshold, yes. So the most important bit, the bit that actually makes this work, is the threshold block. So what you want to do is, so let's say we're going to have a 3-to-1 gear ratio for the first one. For the first gear, you will need to work out what your maximum RPS is going to be. If your engine, so your engine is going to be going 10 RPS, let's say. If you have a 3-to-1 gear ratio, your maximum drive shaft RPS at that gear is going to be about 3. So we'll do that. Threshold. Obviously you can drive it around, and if it won't change up a gear, this threshold number needs to be lowered if it won't go up to the next gear. So we go to 3, and the high of this should be the low of the next one up, because that's the change point. That's the change RPS when it moves up a gear. So we'll just set it to 5. I don't really know what it is. I think we're going to have a 2 to 1. So actually, let's have this at 4. And then threshold. Now, because this is last gear, all you actually need is like a silly number like 100. You're never actually going to reach 100 in gear 3, but that is all you need for an automatic gearbox. And now that we've got your automatic gearbox, oh, I forgot one thing. So that by drive shaft, I mean this here, these pipes connecting the wheels together. Just add like a T-piece in the middle, and then a torque meter. RPS, take the RPS value of this, put it into the drive shaft, RPS, and now, what did we use? Let's check. There we go. So gear 1 is the highest gear. I forgot for a second there. So we're going to use this as gear 1. I always use the very first gear as reverse gear. So let's make that there. So for the reverse gear, all you need to do is hook it up to the hotkey that you want for reverse. So 3. And that's all you need for reversing. You don't need the gearbox to handle that really. So now gear 1, that's the highest gear. Gear 2, next one down. Gear 3, the final one. So it sets to 2. Let's just set that to that for an example. Oh yeah, we need to actually properly connect it. There we go. Now the engine's connected to the gearbox, your brand new gearbox, and this should be able to drive. Right, so we should have now made a working automatic gearbox. Start the engine, get it running. High RPS, but that doesn't matter. Okay, what's going on here? Did we not? What did I do wrong? Oh, right, okay. Right, so, sorry for the jump cut, but I've just realised something, why it's not working. Make sure these ratios are set on the second one, the ratio on, so that it'll only switch to this gear when you've told it to. Like, when it receives an on input, it'll only go to 3 to 1 or 2 to 1. That's what went wrong there. I don't know if you hear that, but it's using gears. Now there's no brakes, so but that's how you do an automatic gearbox. Thank you for watching. Please like, I don't know if you want to subscribe, but whatever. And I'll see you next time.